Hey, welcome in. So today we're doing something a little different, kind of different. I wanted to create a bachelor pad in The Sims 4. I wanted this to feel really modern, very like OTT, over the top. This sim has money. They are living their best single life. I don't even know what their career is. They could be anything, honestly, but they just have money. They've got this beautiful 3-bedroom, 4-bath house in San Myshuno, downtown, where everything's at and where it's happening, living like their best life. So this build really ends up being very industrial and modern, dark colors, dark wood tones, brick. Just absolutely beautiful. I really love this place. I think it turns out so good. So right now I'm just finding the layout, kind of where I want things. I know that I want this like really nice like space where you walk in and there's a very open living room. Off to your left side, you're gonna have this giant kitchen and dining space. And then I also wanted to utilize debug and put a sports car in there. So there is a garage out front. That's that little bump out you see right there. And really dive into platforms and just play around with this super modern luxury feel. I mean, when I was younger, I always wanted to live in a lofted apartment space downtown. Man, this is like dreams. It's so pretty. I give it a nice open loft space. So you walk in and it's high ceilings. It's just gorgeous. As for windows, I used a lot of different windows, which is really hard for me because I feel like they don't always match up. But I used black windows and I really felt like you could find a lot more that went together when you stick with like black or white. Spoiler alert, I'm working on a daycare because I did that babysitter build and it was so much fun that I'm like, oh, I want to do a daycare. Well, my idea was to do this really colorful building and have like all these really bright, vibrant windows. No, I'm sorry. We don't do that apparently in The Sims. You can't find really great red windows all in the same tone and green and blue and yellow. Like, I get it. It's a little chaotic, but it'd be really nice if we just had like a rainbow array of windows. So it's really hard to mix and match different packs when you're trying to use different colors because a yellow in one pack is not the same as a yellow in a different pack. And it just is what it is. So what you're going to see happening out here is I really get the front part of this space built up. I'm going to go back in towards the end and place windows for the sides and the back, only because my big thing is I never know what the space is going to look like. So I always find it helpful to place windows last, like get the overall shape and idea of what this place is going to look like. And then we're going to come in just a little bit and put the windows all around the space. So now we're kind of deciding on a color scheme for the outside. Like I said, I really wanted to go like dark wood tones, black, some brick. So we use this really nice growing together wood paneling in a dark brown swatch. And then we're going to go in with some gray brick. And I end up using this really nice brick from Get Famous. I think it's really pretty. It's a nice light color. And so it works well. Later on, I'm going to add another color into this, a stucco plaster brown. And it just helps to break it up because it just needed a little something extra. You can kind of look at it and see like it just needed a little something, a little bit. So I do go in, add a different color. I don't take away the colors I already have. I just add to it and put like pops of that plaster. All right, so I'm working on my layout in here. This is the master bedroom and I wanted to do a little walk-in closet moment, a nice big open bathroom. And then you've got the garage. We walk upstairs and you've got 2 extra bedrooms, 2 other bathrooms. We got this really nice little lofted open space using a beautiful glass fence to just really add into this like modern industrial feel. I do put a little room around the staircase. It doesn't stay. It was just like one of those things, you know, I was like, maybe. No, I got rid of it. I get rid of it. It takes a while, but I get rid of it. When I get back upstairs, I'm like, no. Downstairs, we are working on the kitchen because I knew I wanted it in this nice big corner. I'm using my favorite, the Home Chef Hustle pack. It's so beautiful and modern and gorgeous. And I really like this like gray, bronzy black swatch. It's just gorgeous and really leaned into the color scheme, color theme that I was looking for with this build. The bump out corner piece, it didn't look good. So we just have the upper counters kind of going straight into the wall. A really nice island moment here because it's a big space. And then my thought was with those two tall counters, cabinets, the ones you can get right there in the corner, that's your like pantry space because everything's really open here. That's your pantry space. As for dining table, wasn't sure exactly how I wanted to lean into this space. So the more you kind of like start pulling things and pulling chairs and different tables to look at, and I start getting a better idea of what I want. But sometimes you just gotta like pull everything just to get a clearer idea, right? And then I'm like, well, if I pulled bar stools, you know, I've already got my counters and my island. So if I pull out bar stools, I can get an idea of what looks good with that. And maybe that would help me choose between tables and chairs. And it definitely does. I end up going with the nice black and glass table. And I use the little stripy chair from high school years. It's super pretty. The colors aren't exact, but I think that they go well enough. And then the style of the chair is real similar with that, like, I don't know, curved, it's not curved, but like the way it's like, there's no back legs. It's like a U shape on the ground, whatever. I'm sure that there's a name for the style of chair, but I don't have that knowledge. Like I don't possess that type of knowledge. I wish I did, but I don't. In this little bump out, I was thinking that it'd be really cute to have a fireplace. And I was like, no, it's a buffet. It's like a little like area. I immediately go and get the VIP bucket and put that there, and I make like a little drink area, like a serving area, and knew right then that that's what that was going to be. And I used the dine out marble because this dude's got money. He's got a really nice place. Why would he not have marble, like a little marble buffet moment? I thought it worked really well. So because I didn't use a fireplace over in the dining area, I knew we had to have one in the living space. So I got to move the back door over because it wasn't set there. Like I was just like, oh, I need a back door. So I go ahead and do this beautiful sectional. I love the sectional. It's gorgeous. I mean, Dream Home Decorator is like a lifeline. I use it all the time. I love the built-ins. I love the sectional. Like there's so many good pieces. And then of course, I wanted to create this really nice focal point. I used the frame TV because iconic, and then use the book nook kit to go ahead and create this built-in area just to kind of make that fireplace a statement. Also, never used this rug before in that swatch, and it's absolutely gorgeous, and it became my like whole personality. It's such good colors, like the teal and the mustard. I tried to stray away just a little bit, but nope, it was beautiful. So then I'm going in, and this is like a little half bath that's going to be downstairs. You know, you have an ensuite. So if you've got company over, which I assume that this bachelor would, then you can go use the little half bath downstairs. Now we're going to use the Dream Home Decorator, and we're going to go in with a little built-in closet space. I absolutely love it. You think of this really like luxurious house. They're not just going to have a dresser, like they're going to have a closet dedicated to their stuff. And so, boom, like it just, my only regret is that the closet's like a little small. I wish it was a little bit bigger, but I don't need the space for it to be bigger. I just wanted to be able to see in there better, if that makes sense. This bedroom actually took me a while to figure out what I wanted it to look like because I didn't need a dresser in there, right? I gave them nightstands. I give them a mirror, but I just didn't know. I was like, okay, well, let's put like the big arcade down there. Let's put painting stuff down there. Let's put some guitars. But honestly, this is his bachelor pad. Like his stuff can be everywhere and it ends up everywhere. You know what I mean? Towards the end, I end up placing back the easel and making like a little painting corner. It's really pretty and I'm happy with the way it turned out. Like I said, I lean into so many dark swatches and just really keep this place feeling very luxe in my opinion. I don't know. Here is my little orange convertible. I was very happy with it. I can see this dude driving his little tiny convertible. I knew I wanted to have like all the gaming systems in the shelving unit. I wanted to have the foosball table and the ping pong table and the dartboard. I mean, we're talking about this being a bachelor pad. So he's going to have all the cool stuff and all the gadgets, and all his bros are going to want to come hang out and chill. At first, I thought this would be a really cool, like, giant study space, and I struggled too much and I nixed the whole idea. I delete everything and I'm like moving on from this space. The upstairs was hard because it is a 3-bedroom house, but he's single and unattached, right? Would he really have like a guest bedroom? I don't know. I gave him a guest bedroom and then I took it away. This is the guest bedroom that I was talking about. I'm like, okay, well, maybe I can make one guest bedroom and that'll be fine. I end up turning this into the office space and, surprise, turning that other room into a giant gym. I mean, he doesn't care about people coming and staying over. You want to crash at his place? You're on the couch, dude. I don't know. All the bathrooms are very like cookie cutter cut and paste. You know what I mean? Like same mirror, same toilet, same vanity sink area, same shower, except for the master that also has a very nice jacuzzi tub in there. Oh my goodness. I have never used an aquarium. I'm just gonna say that. Like, I don't think I've ever like had a huge need or want to use one. I mean, I'm gonna take that back. I think I would want to use one, but I never think about it. And they're giant and take up a lot of space. But this guy is unattached, you know? He's got commitment issues or something. So he doesn't even have a dog. Like, he's got some fish. And that feels like enough commitment for him at this point in his life until the right sim comes along. So I put all the gaming systems on the Book Nook shelves, and I thought that was kind of cool. You know, you're going to sit there and he's going to game and chill out on his sofa, do his thing. I also put the guitars right there, you know, he's gonna play guitar and enjoy his life. Getting some flooring down, some nice dark wood, and then deciding what the wallpapers were looking like. And we stuck with some dark slatted wood. And then in the 2 bedrooms upstairs, they end up getting some kind of like plaster wallpaper, just a little like almost like rustic and an industrial vibe to them, I would say. And then I actually really love this growing together. Nope, Parenthood. This Parenthood wallpaper, I think it's so pretty, and you can find the matching swatch so you can use it all around your house. I do end up changing it a little bit though and adding some black brick in some spaces because it's such an open space that it all felt too like matchy, samey. It needed to be broken up a little bit. Plus, when I talk about like leaning into an industrial feel, I feel like some brick is going to be exposed. And even if it's painted black, it's exposed. So I had fun and leaned into that. Also, this place felt so dark, and I think it was a little bit because of the lofted area that it just felt really dark. And so even after I add windows, like, she dark. So here I'm trying to decide what that brick is going to look like and how it's going to break up this space. And I end up using this high school years brick. I think it's so pretty in black. I put some columns to kind of like make it a point where it stops and make it seem very intentional. And then I'm going to go back in and add more of that brick around later. But right now, this was enough to really keep me going on the right track. Then I used these really cute spa days, square rectangle accent tables, and kind of make a little thingy thing. And that's just fun for some decoration to go, little clutter items. And it helps to break up the living room. It's kind of like you walk in and there's a space right there. Playing around with the staircase, and I end up using the werewolves railing because it's just perfect and industrial. Now I'm gathering all the windows that I've used in various spaces and just putting copies of them in the back so we can go ahead and put some windows around this place and get a better idea of how this place is looking. I end up deciding to do 2 back doors only because I really needed it to be symmetrical. I know, but it's perfect. I think it's really cute. It ends up looking really good. I like it. I'm happy with it. And so we're just placing these windows around, kind of adding in a lot of natural light. And now we are just painting away, putting wallpaper everywhere, deciding what the breakup is going to be on this wallpaper. This is kind of when I decided I needed an extra color in here, so I start looking through some dark brown swatches and trying to find a good swatch to just add a little something extra, break up the brick and brown. You know, you've got that really dark wood, you got the really light brick, and so this like stucco-y plaster color, I think it's just really pretty. We've raised up now, we have put the foundation, and we're doing black, we're adding columns. Like, this house on the outside is really coming along and just looking beautiful. I don't landscape until the last thing, pretty much the last thing, just because I wasn't sure how I wanted it to look yet. The columns really help to break up the long walls and allow me to go in with different wallpapers and it look right to be broken up into so many different colors. All right, so now we're kind of working upstairs, moving things around. I go ahead and decide it's time to get rid of the weird room around the around the staircase, add more of the railing, ceiling paint, of course, but I do go in and change it. I first put the wood ceiling paint, and then I'm like, oh no, we have this really great industrial one. Why am I not using it? So boom, I added in that really nice industrial ceiling paint just to lean into the fact that I want this place to feel industrial. And now I'm going in with the lovely black brick, really trying to add accent walls with it, what that's going to look like. And I think it's so beautiful. I ultimately decide to do brick all around upstairs. Now we're getting into this little laundry room, and she's so cute. She's just a little tiny thing. She's dark. It's nice. At this point, I'm really trying to do not even last minute stuff, but like sort these rooms out. I decide, okay, it's going to be a gym. Now, where's everything going to go? You know, how am I going to make sure that your sim can actually get in here and use all the stuff? And so I think we got a pretty good layout. I'm actually going to playtest this in a little bit and do final touches, make sure everything looks good. So it will be playtested by the time it gets to the gallery. By the time you're watching this, it should be playtested. I just want to make sure everything works really well because I really love this place. It was really fun to kind of challenge myself because obviously not a dude. So what would a bachelor pad look like and what would be like my ultimate dude pad? Here we are working on this little office space and I'm like, well, let's book nook it up and add some built-ins. I didn't like it right there. I really wanted there to be a focal point behind the desk. So we delete and move things over and it just turns out really pretty. Initially you do like a full wall of the books and then I get rid of the middle and kind of redo it so that there's this like opening in the middle so I can put like a picture or something. I end up putting a really nice little sign from high school years, I believe is what it's from, and I like that. It looks really good. I was really happy with it. I decided to like book nook it up in here. So using the really pretty pictures from Book Nook Kit, which I imagine to be like book covers, and then just used all the little clutter on this nice eco lifestyle shelf. Now we're really getting in here and just gonna start adding clutter, adding rugs, adding lighting, little like candles here and there. Make this place into a home. Like I always say. I worried that I was like cluttering too much, but it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. I love clutter. So we clutter. So just going around adding rugs like you do. Adding plants now because you know me, I gotta add plants. And I was like, what kind of like bachelor who's unattached would have a bunch of plants? But you know what? He probably has a maid who comes in and like waters his plants. I don't know. That was just my thought with it, that someone would come in and like take care of all the plants for him. And now we're just doing really nice hanging lights everywhere, getting an idea of what we want there. It's not every day that I get to use like really cool pendant lights, mostly because I use a lot of short wall height, but here we're on like the max hall, we're on the tall wall height downstairs and medium upstairs, so we can have fun and play around with some lights a little bit. And that's always nice. You don't always get to do that, you know? I'm going to go ahead and start adding some wall decor and getting some really pretty pictures in here, making this place feel a little more homey and kind of take up some wall space because at this point there's a lot of walls and they're real empty and real tall, so they need a little love. I take those super cute growing together pictures of the worlds, the ones that I have like literally behind me, and put them on that little space right there. I was super happy with it. Don't always get a chance to use those. They have to be a moment of their own. And so this was really nice to kind of put them on that little bump out. And then down here under the staircase, I was like, this is such a big space. Accent tables look absolutely small. So what am I going to put under? Should we put the arcade? No. You know what we put? We put the little gaming system. Like, what's it called? That thing right there. That pro gaming system walk-on thingy-majigger. We use that and it's such a cool little moment. Like, why not? Now it's really time to get in here and clutter and just have fun with these like little areas where you can just add in a lot of fun stuff. Tried to keep it really masculine with what was going on these spaces, but it was just really fun to kind of just get in here and clutter. Getting some nice little clutter in the book nook shelves. And I think it's so cute. I love a lot of this clutter, so I kind of use it a lot. But I think that's just the name of the game. You just fall in love with some key items and tend to use them a lot. And I'm good with that. Making this like a little drink area. So you've got like your drink tray, your VIP bucket. I put some plates down, like literally looking for the little honeycomb wine holder, and I like could not find it. I found it, but it took a minute. Getting curtains in here because it's like I kept forgetting about curtains. I don't know how you do that because the windows are gigantic. Like, you need some curtains. I don't put curtains everywhere, but like downstairs needed some curtains. You need a little bit of privacy. I end up using a ton of the Desert Luxe curtains. They're just super pretty. It's really hard to find tall curtains that just go from floor to ceiling, so they really came in clutch. And this is that little painting area that I was telling you about in the master bedroom. It's super cute. It just really comes together. Now we are getting into some landscaping. This guy's not gonna have like wildflowers and low-lying flowers everywhere, but I think that he would have some nice trimmed grass. Sounds so stupid, but you know what I mean. Boom, there it is right there. I think it's really pretty. I end up just doing these little planters up front and I'm like, you know what, we're gonna extend this. I actually end up extending these all around the house and go in and add this Hawaiian like grass all around, and I think it is so pretty, and it's a way to kind of be minimal with the landscaping, but to actually have landscaping so the lawn feels manicured and taken care of. And so I mean it when I said I bring it all the way around town and just really try to make it really cute and manicured. Getting this back little patio section taken care of, I knew I wanted to use this really nice big wall and go ahead and put like a grill space and an island. He's gonna get a pool and a jacuzzi set up because this is his livelihood, right? So we're really at a point right now where we're pretty much done. It's little like logistic tiles, things like that. Just laying everything out so it looks good. Let's go ahead and jump into the screenshot. I hope you like this build. If you do, you can get it off the gallery. The EAID is katxthrash, just like the name here on YouTube. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and definitely keep coming back. I am in the middle of a career series doing tiny homes in The Sims 4 for every career possible. And so that's been really fun. I'm doing every other video right now as that. So make sure to check them out. And as you know, I appreciate every single one of you having fun building in The Sims. Appreciate you if you got this far. I hope you have a great night wherever you are. Bye, y'all.